Hey folks, I wanted to do another video describing what I do with people, my work. I call myself a life coach, but it's not really what I do. It's kind of a cover for Jedi training. That's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about connecting people to their highest passions and as well as to the earth, and as well as to their community, and as well as to something bigger than themselves. Whatever they want that to be, whatever they think that is. Because I believe it's so important that we are not just stuck in our own minds and our own selves, trying to figure everything out. And yeah, it's become my biggest passion, is doing that with people. It started when I was young, always loving to talk to people and go through their stuff, you know, and find creative ways to sort of bust through and have the ahas. That's what I'm going for. The way I look at it is, when you're in a jam and there's something that's been bugging you for a long time, something you haven't been able to figure out, it's like this cavern, big, long hole that you can't get past. And eventually you do get past it. That's the idea. And how? There's a bridge. And you don't see it, and eventually you find it. I like pointing out bridges to people, getting them to the other side of a conflict. And so yeah, when I was about 20, I got into all this stuff. It's psychology and spirituality and mysticism, and I guess between shamanism and the yogic philosophies are kind of where I find myself, sort of in between, being at peace with and allowing what's happening, and as well as stalking and manifesting and making things happen. So I find there's a happy medium there. As far as my experience, what can I say? It's been my life. It's all I think about is this connection and this glue and to find the bridges. I've read hundreds and hundreds of books from the time I was 20, and I actually do the homework in the back, and I've been to dozens of workshops. I was an apprentice for a while with the shamanistic community, and I learned mostly from them that there's the huge piece of accountability, and shamanism is a romantic notion, but really it's all about life coach work. You actually have to work on yourself and figure out why things aren't working. You're draining energy, and you got to figure that out, and to gain energy, you got to figure that out. And so it's not so romantic when you get down to the nuts and bolts of how to be a more powerful person. So yeah, it's what I do, and I love to do it. And I make videos all the time. I don't often talk about what I do, and I'm going to get a little bit more deeper and give more details of the things I do as far as rituals and ceremonies and the nitty gritty. And just to say something about, like, for me, every problem, people come to me when they have problems. They you know, I've got lots of friends, and so I feel like I get to celebrate lots as well. But a lot of people come to me with their problems. And I get excited because I know there's a solution. There's a gift on the other side. It's a cliche, I know, but it's true. And I'll give you an example. I struggled with guilt my whole life. I had a pretty good childhood, but we all come in with our stuff, I believe, and that was mine. I've got a few others, but that one, it just plagued me. So I did a lot of work and kept it out of everyone else's business as far as how can I take accountability for this guilt and change it. The gift on the other side of that was innocence. And so there's a sense of freedom, not caring what other people think, and more ease with who I am and how I present myself. Just as an example. But I had to do a whack ton of work to get there, where now I'm not afraid to be who I am, and I'm a bit wild, a little bit crazy, and so it sounds strange, but it was hard to be me. It was hard to honor and express what's really in here without all this work. So I give most of the credit to all my mentors and teachers and all the lessons they've showed me, and then in turn it's come out that life is full of lessons all day long. You're being presented with teachers and situations to help you to polish, your gemstone, to sharpen your blade, however you want to look at it, to sort of become a more powerful person. So most people won't reach out to me, and that's okay. But if you're struggling with something, please reach out to somebody. Find somebody to help you. You can't do it on your own, even though it's this journey that's on your own. You need community, and you need family, and you need folks, and you definitely have to try and figure that out. And it happens at the same time. And so you have to do the inner work, and it will show up in your life on the outside. When you help and heal things on the outside, it will help you on the inside as well. So anyway, Coaching as the Crow Flies is my website, and I'd love to hear from you. If you've got, I've struggled with, you name it, a crippling low self-esteem, judgment like crazy, jealousy, some sexual dysfunction, all kinds of stuff. Relationships, been unhappy in most of my relationships for most of my life. And so I've come through on that one, and now I'm blessed to be in this fantastic union. I learn and heal every time I do a session with somebody, and so it's an honor. And so anyway, if you know somebody or I think you might need my help, give me a call, look me up. Okay, peace.